Hello everybody, MightyNifty here, and today we are going to be making Whimpy Skippies, also known as spinach pies or spinach calzones. I call them a Whimpy Skippy just because of the filling. It is a Rhode Island classic, and being a Rhode Islander myself, I just had to make this during Spinach Week. This is based off of the fight with Bane from Batman Arkham Origins, and let's get started. So to start off, making what is essentially a pizza dough, we're going to throw into our stand mixer a little bit of all-purpose flour and then just a pinch of salt. Next, in our measuring cup, we're going to throw in a little bit of water, and this water should be anywhere from 100 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. I'd recommend starting with 110 because it will cool over time. And we're going to drop in 1 packet of active dry yeast. You want to leave that sitting for about 5 minutes, and when you come back, just get stirring it until it's nice and combined, and then you just want to pour this into the stand mixer with the flour, and then you want to get your dough hook attachment, throw that onto the mixer, and just start it on low and gradually increase the speed to whatever feels comfortable, and knead this for 5 to 15 minutes. Now, you can do this in a regular bowl, just mix it with a fork and then knead it on the table. This is just a lot easier. I have the stand mixer, so I decided to use that. If at any time your dough feels a little bit dry, feel free to add more water. If it feels a bit wet, you can add more flour. And once your dough is all set, you're going to turn that out onto a floured work surface and knead that again by hand for 5 minutes. All you have to do for that is take it, hold it with one hand, push it with the back of your next hand, pull it over, and then keep doing that over and over as you see me doing here. And once that's all set, you're going to want to take your dough ball, cut it into 4 even pieces, roll those into more balls, and then put them onto a tray coated with either semolina flour or breadcrumbs, and throw them into a turned off oven for 2 hours to proof. At which point they should look like this. Beautiful, puffed up dough balls, ready to be used to make our calzones. So let's get started. Now, truthfully, you could use these dough balls to make anything. You could make different kinds of calzones, you can make a pizza, you can make little tiny breads or appetizers, you name it. But for now, we're going to make a true Rhode Island Whimpy Skippy. So to start off, you're going to take your dough ball and you're going to stretch it out. No need to get the rolling pin for this. It doesn't need to be super thin, just big enough so that you can fill it and that you can close it over itself. And these things are still going to be massive either way. If you want to make smaller serving sizes, you could cut the dough into more pieces before proofing it. That works perfectly well too. So, once the dough's been flattened out, we can add on our spinach. Once again, if you don't know how to make this spinach, it's pre-cooked. Video is right here, and you really don't want to skimp on this. This is a spinach pie. You want to fill that thing up. And then once you have your spinach on there, you're going to grab a big old handful of olives, and you're going to put those on top. And then we can continue by dotting this with some mozzarella. You can just rip it right off the mozzarella bowl. And then continue by adding some pepperoni over the top, just 1 layer of pepperoni. And then we can season this up with a little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper, and a drizzle of olive oil just to get it nice and Italian up in here. And then you're going to fold this over the top and then crimp the sides together. You can do this in a million different ways. You could use a fork to give it that little lined look. I'm just gonna fold it over and pinch it, and there you go, 1 calzone done. If you want to make it look all fancy, you can brush the top with some egg wash, but me personally, I'm just gonna throw them in as is on the tray, 480 degrees Fahrenheit for 4 to 6 minutes.
Do you have a catchphrase yet?
At the end of my videos, I say have a MightyNifty day today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
And once those things come out of the oven, they should look like this. Beautiful, thick, gigantic, crispy, delicious, and the best part is 600 calories per calzone. So, I hope you all enjoyed this recipe. I hope you all give it a try. Ingredient list is in the description box down below. And as always, guys, have a mighty nifty day today.